Today's Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, and I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 66. This is the last chapter of Isaiah, and from what I've quickly glanced over, it seems to be a nice concluding chapter and proclaiming the might and majesty and power of God, his dominion, and talking about the end, seemingly here. So I think there might be something to that, where there's 66 books of Isaiah and 66 chapters in Isaiah, 66 books in the Bible. And it does seem like here at the end of Isaiah, he is talking about the end of the world. So that's kind of interesting. So I'll read this. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificeth a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation, as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense, as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations. So it's just been a theme that I've noticed throughout these last chapters of Isaiah, possibly earlier in Isaiah, but it's been a long time since I started these videos. He keeps bringing up how wicked people and people who aren't following God do their own ways. They do things in ways that they like, that they think is best. I think of the same type of thing when people talk about, well, my God this, or they start talking about God or spiritual matters in just whatever their own philosophy is. It's not coming from the Bible. And I think it's extremely important that if we do have these thoughts about God, that they need to have a strong foundation. And that basically means if what you're saying contradicts what's in the Bible or isn't supported by what's in the Bible, you're probably just doing your own ways and not God's way. So I'm going to read again at verse 4. I will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, Let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man-child. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth, and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth, and shut the womb, saith thy God? Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for joy with her, all ye that mourn for her. That ye may suck and be satisfied with the breasts of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her glory. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. That's such a cool word, but I've never known that one. It's funny, I was just talking earlier today about how even now that I'm 35 years old or whatever, there's still things to learn. I still learn new words all the time. I just said that because my oldest is learning how to read and all that, so it can be hard when you're first learning how to do something. Feels like a struggle, but here I am 35 years later, still reading words and learning them. Dandled, that's a cool one. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So yeah, very much getting Revelation vibes from the end of Isaiah. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination, and the mouse, shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal, is that like Tubal-Cain? And Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith the Lord, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass, that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. Okay, so Isaiah does not end this on a happy note, really. But it is what it is. And yeah, it is interesting that it talks about us not remembering this place anymore, not remembering our sin anymore. But here in Isaiah and in the book of Revelation, it talks about these like festering, smoldering pits that are just smoking for all eternity. So, and the symbol of the worm is so interesting. Hope you enjoyed this video and this series, and thank you guys for all the support. And this was just a nice, taking a few months to read at least one chapter of the Word every day and study it, and no bad can come from that. God bless everyone.